3 things. The 3 things that you are manifesting. This is not pick a card. This is write down or think about the 3 things that you're manifesting. And for each different one, 1, 2, 3, we are getting guidance and information on those things that you are working towards manifesting. So if you need to pause and just write down, like I want you to pause and get a line like, what are these 3 things I'm manifesting? And I'm really excited because I wrote it down too. So we're going to see what we're collectively, what the guidance and wisdom wants to share with us. If you don't know who I am Cara Elizabeth, the author, illustrator, and creator of Animal Apothecary card deck for manifesting and overcoming tests and difficulties, available like everywhere and on Amazon. We are also using the Body Tech deck, which I'm still currently blossoming, but absolutely, if you're not already on my email list, sign up for that to be notified when it's released and all that jazz and all the cool fun workshops I do. Okay, let's just get straight to it. So I'm assuming that you have your 1, 2, 3s, and it is so hot in here. I turned off the air conditioning to do this, so there's that. It's like 90 degrees. All right, so the first thing you wrote down, we're gonna pull 3 Animal Apothecaries and 1 wisdom card from our body, what the technology of our body wants to share with us. So like go there, get that vision of that first thing you wrote down. I even like smushed 2 things into the first thing. Just think of it. And then what does our body want to share with us about the first thing? Okay. So I'm going to do this one at a time because I want to still, like, after each reading, throw all the cards back together, then do the second one, then throw all the cards back to see if we get any repeat cards. Okay. Whatever the first thing you are manifesting. Oh, yes! Okay. Oh, that. One of my favorite cards in the Animal Apothecary card deck, Prayer Answered. So just to give you a little understanding of what this card is all about. So Buffalo is coming in to share with us about 2 things. Like, yes, prayer answered, that's awesome. But there's a deeper message of acting as if your prayer has already been answered. So back in the day, the Plain Indians, different tribes within the Plain Indians would usually do something before they went on the hunt for buffalo, because buffalo was food, it was shelter. It would create the herds would create divots in the ground to allow water to run through. You know, water is life. It would be toys, it would be, sustenance, it was life. Buffalo was like provided everything. So often before going on the hunt, many tribes would do something like this buffalo prayer dance ceremony where certain members would dress up like buffalo and then another member of the tribe would dance in unison and oneness with that buffalo. Now, from the outside looking in, I'm like, this is the most profound, genius, beautiful ceremony prayer, because the ceremony, the prayer is acting out, already being one with what their heart desires to be with, buffalo. So the guidance of this card is like, yes, prayer answered, but you have to act as if your prayer is answered. And this like brings up something about trust, that trust is actually this superhuman power, that if you actually trust is like this supreme magnetic force that like draws in the thing that you're working towards. So your number one thing that you wrote down, which I'm like, hell yes, because I wrote something really good and really big dream of mine. It's like, yes, but like not just like, your prayers answered. It's like, no, you have to act like your prayer is answered, right? It goes back to that, like, we are the tuning fork and you have to vibrate in alignment with the same vibration of that version of yourself who has the prayer answered. But here's what's cool is that, just looking at this card, we see like, you're praying and then life is giving you this thing, right? So it's also this like co-collaboration with life, that you're not in this. And I also just feel like it's really important, this message about even your limiting beliefs can't stop you. We, in the whole manifesting world, it's like you're not allowed to doubt yourself because you're going to manifest it. Screw that. Like, it's a part of the journey. It is a part of all of it. Like, it is just normal, natural. But that being said, again, back to that trust, like, you can have your moments of doubt, you can have your moments of it's too good to be true, but like, the bigger message is that, there is this like supporting team around you. And then look what you get here. You get this bee. So not only do you get the abundance of this thing that you want, you get the bee, which is your purpose in this life, which is some form of a gift that you get to share with humanity. So, bees pollinate like 80% of the crop that humans eat. Their purpose is the legit biggest gift to humanity. They're keeping our survival and so many other creatures' survival going. So there's something about, it's really important for you to share this gift, and that your prayer answered is not just like kind of fulfilling this like human desire, but something bigger about your aligning with your freaking highest potential. That is so cool. And of course you get the eagle, you are more. So there's a couple of things going on over here. So eagle is, first of all, when receiving this card, it is such an honor, and I always kind of think that like specifically Americans or Western kind of viewpoints of understanding reality don't really get the reverence that is allotted towards this creature, and how in so many different cultures it is just like, and especially within this a lot of indigenous communities, the understanding, which I am not saying I have, but from the outside looking in, the honor and reverence towards this bird is so profound. And one of its special characteristics is that eagles are one of the birds that fly highest in the sky. So there's this connection to, the sun source light is reflective or a metaphor of creator, God, source. And this idea of like one of the creatures in this world that is able to fly to the highest heights to get the closest to that source. So there's something about this like divine connection you have with the creator, and that connection is so important. The other message is like, you were created noble, and to honor that nobility, and to honor that you are this gift, and to honor that, you have this profound ability that you currently might not fully be honoring. Like, you might be a little bit caught up, because it says you are more, like caught up in some old story of a limited version of yourself, when you are so powerful, when you have this divine connection to source, when you are clearly a light bringer. The other thing eagle says is that when eagle shows up, it's about aligning into this power phase where your thoughts, your actions, and your words are going to have more immediate consequence or immediate like results in real time. Like, and that it's like a heavy weight to bear, and like awesome when you're in your upliftment, when you're in your joy, but when you're in your dark dungeony limited beliefs, it's a little bit scary to have that power, because you're going to start seeing that you're able to create your reality more rapidly through your thoughts, your actions, your deeds, your words. So the one guidance is to be really about glorifying your power. How do you glorify your power? By keeping this like higher thought frequency, and looking at every situation, even when you're getting triggered or negative, knowing that everything's going to work out, knowing that you are in the midst of healing, knowing that instead of saying like the worst case possible scenario, you can actually use those really difficult moments and change the story and create the story. And the story always is that your difficult moments are just the catalyst to you always becoming stronger and discovering new things. But remembering that during those times is super important. Instead of giving it a scary story that life is gonna like potentially mirror back in like some distorted way. The third card is service. So we see this seeing eye dog who, you know, is this metaphor. I mean, not even a metaphor. Seeing eye dogs are I mean, every time I see a seeing eye dog leading someone who is blind, I like get choked up. Like, I mean, I even just got a little verklempt right now thinking about, it's just so selfless. I'm crying, but like, I just don't get like that purity in an animal to be like, I'm gonna guide this person. It's just like, oh my God, like, wow. What, like, it's just so beautiful. I just can't even get, like, God, animals are so amazing. We are so blessed to have them. They're such a gift to us. But like, can you even imagine, like, this animal is like serves someone in need. Like, how beautiful is that? So anyways, this this is saying that you have this gift that you are meant to share with humanity, and that in sharing this gift, it is so healing for you, in addition to being healing, and this service is healing for others, but it is even more healing for you. And because we have the world on here, I feel like this manifestation that you are seeking to fully embody is also going to affect many. Like, it's whether it's just gonna ripple out. It's just gonna ripple out and have like a huge effect. And I think you're a light bringer, obviously, clearly, and something about leading people who might not fully see something, like your expression, your art, your leadership, your parentship, your friendship, whatever, is some kind of leading people into some kind of light. And I love that. So the body card that we received, shut it down before it brings you down. So this card, and then on the side it says fear, worry, and doubt. And that's like the brain saying maybe all the fear, worry, doubt, and then you got this person like closing a door being like, no. So I think that aligns with the power of this card that is saying like your thoughts, your actions, all that is going to have much more a quicker, immediate reaction. So you have to really be aware when the fear comes up, when the worry comes up, when the doubt comes up. Like, you know, this isn't about this idea of not feeling things and skipping over them. This actually, the body tech movement in this card is asking you to face that you're feeling some type of way and having a conversation with it, like an out loud freaking conversation with the hand movement of like boundaries. Like, we're not going to do this anymore. Like, this feeling telling me this story, it's no longer okay. Like, having clear freaking boundaries with, specifically if the thought is telling you something that is making you feel less than, is telling you that something scary is gonna happen. It's like, and just to explain for those who are newer to the scene, what is body tech? Body tech is aligning a thought and a vision with a movement, because we are the most sophisticated freaking technology. We created tech in our likeness, just like Source Creator, God created humanity in its likeness. We are the original OG freaking tech, and we can use our bodies to create, to manifest, to heal, to, you know, program, deprogram. And just like, this is how it's as simple as that. You align a movement with a thought and an intention. And like, that's like, if I go on my computer and I just start flopping away, you know, it's just gonna be gobbledygook. And when I go on my computer and start writing with intention, the proposal for body tech, I create something incredible, okay? It's like the intention with the movement. Do you get it? We are the tech, we are the computer. So by doing a hand movement, this is like, it's like, and I am so into people coming up with their own body tech that resonates with them. I'm just trying to like share with you what I've learned and explored with certain movements, and like, this clearly seems like a metaphor for freaking hell no. So doing this and having a moment of conversation with this thought form that is hijacking you and making you worried and making you feel uneasy and making you feel ugly and making you feel not good enough. Like, it's important to have an out loud boundary conversation and the movement of the boundary with this thing. And I've noticed with this that it seems to help kind of like reclaim my authority, because we lost our authority to some kind of story. And sometimes you got to get a little stern and aggressive with certain aspects of yourself. It's like you see a kid who's about to touch like a stove, you're gonna like yell, like, no! Like, you're gonna like be aggressive in that moment to save that kid's like hand from burning halfway off. So there's this thing about like a little bit of aggression towards that thought form is gonna be really helpful. So that is your guidance in your journey of manifesting that first thing. It is so freaking hot in here. Okay, so look at your notes. What did you choose? I'm putting them back on in. We're mixing them back on up. So what did you choose for your second manifestation? I'm looking at what I wrote down. So I want you to envision, oh yeah, really into this one. This is a great one. All right, envision this thing that you are working towards manifesting. Oh, I love this one. I mean, I love them all. This is a good one. Okay, so ready? Let's see what we got. Okay. I resist every time I get this card. I have such resistance towards the move through the resistance card. So as I'm like writing more about this card and understanding it, this is saying for the second manifestation, I just like want to pull some more cards because like, oh, of course. And I know it's like, ugh, you have two opposing thoughts about this manifestation. See how she's black and white and a rainbow in between? She has a thought. One thought is like, hell yeah, I can do this. There is just a strong opposing thought that is like, no, you can't. And that's okay. Like, because this card actually talks about integrating all of these parts, and when instead of being black and white, you create this like rainbow within that allows something even more beautiful to come to the surface and to arise. But it's like, it's almost like the rainbow in between, like, instead of having such polarity within you, the black and white thoughts then get to kind of like dance with this unity of multifaceted colors within yourself. So this is asking you to take a moment to like write down, like, in regard to this thing that you want to manifest, there's some kind of belief that also is in you that is like, that just feels too good, or maybe you're being asked to like write down some things that like you're opposing, things that might be like, well, I've been trying to manifest this thing for the last 15 years and it hasn't happened yet. So why would it happen now? And then the other belief could be like, because why couldn't it happen now? Maybe now is the best timing for it. Maybe now I'm ready for it. Yeah, but you've said that every other time and it still never happened. So then you're going to kind of find what are these beliefs? Okay. And then if you could energetically be like, where does that belief live in me? Like, do I feel it in my chest? When I think of that belief and that resistance, like I just thought of it right now, and it's very light right now, but it's like I kind of feel it here. Your experimentation with the body tech is to bring movement and sound into this, right? Because she's moving through her resistance. So I might be like, I guess it's here. Because sometimes it's hard to be like, I don't know. I'm writing it down. It's like I kind of think, because we're so disconnected from like our bodies, that sometimes it's like, I don't know where I feel it. So you could even just like kind of make this up if you're not even sure where you feel it. Others will be really in tune, like, oh, I feel it here, or I feel it here. So, okay, I feel it a little bit in my heart. So what movement, what sound could I, ow, See, this is just me like instantly kind of intuitively seeing like, does this feel, this actually, See, I'm moving around that it's almost as if like that belief has created a certain kind of like energetic in my body and of resistance, and I want to like unleash and move that so I can integrate and release and like bring in the thing that I want. But just to, okay, so let's say we do this, we connect and we integrate those things to get to the thing we want. I just want, and then what happens? Hold on. Wait for it. Okay, so there's this like belief system that you're gonna start to identify as an illusion. Like you're gonna stop, like through this kind of movement and like connecting to the limited belief and moving it around is actually gonna help you see that it's a lie. That's the thing. It's like gonna help you see that it's like it won't feel, you won't have resistance or that supposed block feeling, because you're gonna understand that that thing is a lie, and then you're gonna have this breakthrough. And that breakthrough will clearly lead to like you aligning with this thing that you're trying to work on and manifest. So then the other cards we got, I'm just kind of relating this to what we just went over. So claim your power. And this is all about like, I just think that with the second manifestation, there's just been a lot of programming and a lot of thoughts that have, are circulating within you that are distorting your ability to align with this thing. So claim your power is about having freaking mastery and dominion over your thoughts. And I think it just like aligns with this, that there has been some kind of an illusion fear that has been like hijacking you, and it's like in the abyss of your subconscious. So this is asking you, to really have to check your thoughts, and instead of being scared of those stories that come up and tell you that it's not going to go down in a way, and like, let's be real. Everything, like, we're here. I'm saying we, but I'm hoping you're down with the idea that like that thing or something way freaking better. There's a reason that you're yearning for that symbol of whatever that thing is you want, that could be leading you to something that's even better than what you thought you wanted. But regardless, this is about getting your thoughts in check and not letting your thoughts run the story, because this is like, there is some kind of lie that lives within you about this thing that you will freaking manifest. Because your thoughts you're also being asked to focus on the bigger picture. And then we have another B again. Remember, B is like, you have this gift, you have this purpose you're meant to share. And like this hawk is a leader, a visionary, and it is focused on where the light is shining, and it's on this gift. So whatever this thing is, whether it's the thing you want to share with one person, or the thing you want to share with the world, the thing you want to experience and share with yourself, like, you are being asked to focus on that, right? So there's all this, like, you have these two things, like, you're this huge, lofty, beautiful, wish that you long to fulfill, and then there's like some fear. So you will have this breakthrough with that. And I think that it's the coupling of getting your thoughts in gear, because this is asking you, and I do love this, especially if there's anything, I think if there's anything with whether it's 1, 2, or 3, but with specifically love, because this is this firefly attracts its mate through its glow. But regardless of that, it's also anything you're trying to attract. It is through whatever you're projecting out. See, the light, what is this light projecting out? It's projecting out that, like, it's in alignment with its gift that it's going to serve. There's victory there. You have the two eyes, like there's this breakthrough coming, but it's also you breaking out of some like human limited like thing and being the leader of your own story and like being your own authority, right? Because like Hawk is the leader, the visionary. It's like you are the authority of the story that you're directing for yourself. But whatever you're projecting out, this is the big thing. Like, please, like, with the highest thought form, with the highest intention, with the highest good for you and everyone involved, whatever you're projecting out is what's going to attract the like thing to come towards you. And just like one last card for the second thing you are working towards manifesting. Let's do that. Oh, of course. Self-worth, self-love, self-value, self-respect. That's the key to, that's the big kicker over here, is really honoring and seeing your value. I just did this whole workshop on self-worth with Pig as our mascot. There will be another like crazy awesome workshop coming up in August, so more details on that, but it's just kind of an extension of this self-worth explosion workshop I just did. So yeah, this whole thing is really gonna come into its like materialization once you get how freaking valuable you are, once you get that you are this freaking rare gift, that that you are just such a valuable creature, and that it is such a gift and honor to be you. So that is your number 2 manifestation message. Last but not least, let's go back to what you wrote down. Numero tres. Okay. Do you remember just looking at what you wrote down? Okay. Just envision that thing. Okay, 2 there. Ready? Okay, so again, we have attract through glow. And there's something that I didn't mention in the number 2 manifesting thing. Look at how on this card, there's the light of day where the firefly just looks like an unassuming like beetle or cockroach. It's not till the night, the darkness, that he learns how to shine so freaking brightly. And he is the most beloved of all creatures. To pretty much almost everyone loves a firefly. Like, some people might have their silly hang-ups, but they're just a thing that you're in awe of. And it's almost like whatever challenge has preceded this thing that you are trying to manifest was a part of ensuring that it would get to its most brilliant level. You had to go through something that, it's almost like whatever setback, whatever hiccup, whatever health issue, whatever rejection, whatever was the only way to get to this thing you want in its most amazing, magnificent, brilliant form, and then to just jump back into projecting out, seeing yourself as that thing. See yourself as that thing. You are in the midst of a transformation, and that you are no longer the caterpillar. And I think that this is time to assume the identity of that version of you who is flying. And check it out, like butterfly, what does it mean when animals are super colorful? That is a metaphor for self-expression, authenticity. 2, flying. What does it mean when there's an animal that's super colorful and it flies? Flight means liberation and freedom. So there's some absolute freedom and liberation in just being at who you really are. And I think that because we have the bury and let go card, that it's now this choice, like you are simultaneously the butterfly and the caterpillar. You are having these moments of being like, yes, I am that thing, while also falling back into the story of being a caterpillar. And it's like really annoying, but it's okay because it's a part of it. But it's like really time to like level up and honor that you're the freaking butterfly. Like you're a butterfly mistaking itself as a caterpillar still. You're a butterfly hanging out on a corny piece of wood. Is that what I was gonna say? You're a butterfly hanging out on a corny piece of wood when you could be flying and migrating down to good old Mexico to procreate. Like you are, it's like, just deal with it. Like you're freaking awesome. Like you already have leveled up. You just keep assuming some like lame old identity version of yourself, and you keep getting hijacked and like, and it's fine. It's just like a part of the thing, right? Like, okay, we get it, but we're a little like, can you just like honor and like step into it, or fly into it, as Butterfly would say, because that old corny part of you is donezo. And you know what happens when you carry around a dead thing? It becomes alive in a new gross way. Like it like has maggots and mold. It's really gross. And then the third thing is saying the body tech is saying to surrender. So this is about this like surrender. That one of your biggest things is letting go of feeling like you need to control it. It doesn't mean you stop taking action. It doesn't mean you stop seeking for, information towards this thing or how, but it's like, all you need to know is that it's going to work out. And I think that is what surrender is, like this inner knowing that like something is guiding and leading you to this thing, even though you don't have the proof, even though you've been like working towards it for years with maybe like no evidence that it's going to happen. Like this card is letting you know, not only is it going to happen, it's going to be better. It says it's about to get way better, but she freaking just lets go of trying to like pretend like she has control, and her tech then aligns with life's tech, and it super powers her to have like some crazy upgrade. So just one more final card on our third, this is third manifestation. Surrender to receive. Oh my God. Okay. So, I don't know. Did you get it? Did you get it? Now, let's just do a final pull for the three things. All of them together. All right, so claim your freaking power. The overarching message is claim your freaking power over your thoughts. Remember, Tiger in the Jungle is so awesome with boundaries because he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna live near other tigers. They're gonna eat my food. I love the freaking water, so I'm gonna totally set up house near water so I can play. So it's not about just saying no to what doesn't serve you. It's about asking for what you want. And then not only doing this in the outside, but doing this on the inside specifically. And then ground, then go is there's a couple things going on right now. So like this card comes up when you're in the middle of like a healing. Like there's something healing inside you right now. And there's so much going on and there's so much you're juggling that this is saying because you're healing, it is so important to take moments to just kind of like pause, slow down, and ground with anything that is of nature. So like obviously if you can go outside, super freaking cool, and like hug a tree or, you know, put your bare feet in the ground. But even if you just have your house plant and just connect, I mean, it wants to connect with you. Like everything loves connection because we're all this like reciprocity creature. Like everything is working in reciprocity and cooperation. Everything in the natural world is, except humans like resist that. So just taking moment with nature because you're healing, and there's just this so much, there's just a lot of amazing things happening that this beautiful thing can share with you. And look how it's like hugging me. I love you, thank you. And just breathing in, sigh out. Just doing that for a minute is helpful because there's something healing in you right now. I kind of love that. There's something healing. So any moments of pause, also sleep is great. Okay, I freaking love you guys. World peace forever. Absolutely, please put a comment of what you resonated with or the things you're manifesting. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. All my social medias are Cara Elizabeth Speaks. I love you.